I'm your host, Tiffanie, and today I'm excited to be sitting with three funny and lovely ladies. We have Jessica HINKSON, Lucie Guest, and AMELIA WASSERMAN. We're going to talk about their latest project, Charlie and Yoni, hashtag Life After 30. So ladies, yes. Charlie and Yoni, hashtag Life After 30. How did it come about? What is it about?
Well, Lucie and I, as you know, co-produced Bachelorette and starred in Bachelorette, a play by Leslie Headland in May. And Lucie's the one who actually stumbled upon CBC Comedy Coup, called me one night and said, hey, there's this really interesting program, this accelerator program, and helps to get to primetime, you know, to something you like think might be kind of cool for what we're doing. So we were going to do Charlie and Yoni as a web series. So I went and looked, saw the video, and I was like, yes, this is an amazing opportunity. And Lucie and AMELIA have worked together. They did a class called Comedy Girl, which is stand-up. And so Lucie brought up AMELIA and said, you know, I know this really cool chick, and she's pretty fly. And so we brought AMELIA on to work with us. And Charlie and Yoni, Life After 30, is about these two girls, Charlie and Yoni, who are in their 30s. I'm definitely well into my 30s. She's on the earlier side of her 30s, who don't necessarily live to society's script of what life should be like by the age of 30. They're still figuring out who they are, what they want out of their lives, but they're doing it in a really quirky, interesting, fun kind of way. I think it's relatable because, you know, most of us are still figuring out stuff as we go along. When we were young, we thought we'd have everything figured out. 30 hit, that didn't happen. So that's kind of what it's about. And they get into these sort of fantastic, doozy sort of situations and have to figure it out. And it's fun. It's a comedy. It's cool. And we dig it.
Okay. Now, what is the connection with CBC's Comedy Coup? So it almost looks like an Amazing Race kind of project. Can you tell us how the experience is so far? Some of these challenges you have to do?
Well, I mean, I had recently quit my job when they called me, so I didn't have a lot of excuses of like why I couldn't come on the project.
That's true.
Like I had a lot of excuses. I was like, well, this just seems crazy. I don't know, but I've never heard of something like this before. And Lucie's like, well, what are you doing these days? And I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. That sounds like I can do that. We can make some time for that. Yeah, for me, I mean, it's been amazing, and I've had the time because I'm not committed to another employer at this moment. But I mean, for these girls, you know, they just are living their lives. You know, Jess teaches yoga. Lucie is an actress and is going to auditions all the time. So they've sort of had to fit in this crazy other full-time job on top of it.
I'm also an actress.
No, Jess is an actress and a yoga teacher, so she's going to auditions and she's teaching yoga. And Lucie's in Second City, she's doing the conservatory, so, and then for me, I'm like, well, I got the time, so I feel like it's been easier for me at this moment. For these girls, I know they've had to make some more sacrifices, I would say.
It's like every week is like you're doing another short film or something you have to produce. It's sort of like each mission we're sort of wrangling who's available to help us make this on-the-fly video. So that part's very challenging. And also for the first few missions, AMELIA was in Vancouver and then in house sitting in
New York.
In New York. So we were sort of the day before we were shooting. She arrived and we're like, okay, and let's go. So I think there's the time. The deadline pressure is good for us to have deadlines, but it's a lot of work for each weekly mission to get it done.
So what is the deadline? So what is the CBC, like how do you get these like different challenges? What's the deadline?
So the whole thing about this accelerator program is that you do get a mission a week, and that mission is sent out on, Monday night, basically, when, so you get your teaser goes up, say the first week. We had to have, our first mission was this 90-second teaser, and then that night it goes live at 9 o'clock, which is what happens with everything, with every mission. And then you get your next mission for that week. So you have, 6 days, basically, to fulfill that mission. And sometimes, it's been a teaser, we had to do 2 different posters with different art direction. We had to have our Bible and script in. We had to plan an event, which we're having on Wednesday, November 5th, you know, from 7 to 11 p.m., where there's all these different things that we have to do, and it's intense, but it's amazing because we're accountable to somebody other than ourselves. You know, if we're just working with each other, it's like, oh, it's cool, we'll get it next week. But working with CBC Comedy Coup, it's like, no, we have till midnight on Sunday night, and that's it.
To submit it.
Yeah.
It should be called like Comedy Coup # get your lazy ass in gear.
Yeah.
Like, you lazy creative losers, like, just get up and do your work that you've been talking about for so long. Just do it, and like, here's the deadline, get it done. And for me, that's what it's been.
Yeah, that's a really that part of the process is really good, because sometimes you're never done with your creative idea. You're never done when you're creating a project. You think, oh, I can stay on this for another week. I'm not ready yet. It's not ready to show to anybody, and we don't have that luxury. So whether it's ready or not, we just have to
Sometimes
upload
it's
it.
not. We
And
just
sometimes
upload
we're
it
just like,
anyways.
okay, we're just gonna have to upload this now. You know, and nothing. You know, we're sort of, it's very rogue. It's very guerrilla style. So sometimes the sound is not working, and you just have to kind of make it happen, and hopefully your point gets
we just
across.
hope people listen really carefully.
I think, it's definitely teaching us a lot about having to make choices and jump and commit to those choices and be confident in that. Because to any artist, I think, you know, anybody would say that nothing's ever finished. There's always room for growth, there's always room for change, for editing, to go back in and redo something that didn't, we think, work as well as it could have in our minds. I mean, it's endless, and that's what's amazing about art, period, in all forms, in all realms. So it's great, it's stressful, especially when we're uploading. And it's just like,
And it's 11:50
yeah,
p.m.
the
and
panic,
it's due
and
at
it's like,
11:59.
it's not working, it's not working.
We're just like watching that like beach
Yeah.
ball of doom. Like, we're like, are you okay?
If you're in the room with the three of us at that moment in time, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, it's not.
And it also assures that it's like original content.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it, right? So even though you've had this idea, like you're saying,
Yeah.
at least it pushes you to make it happen, and people can't just like upload, you know, stories that they've already had made like a few years ago. It's all original.
It's all it's definitely, each week we're writing new and we're pitching new ideas of how we could, because each mission has a purpose, you know. So sometimes for one of our missions, they asked us to showcase why your show is different, and for us it was it's a character-driven comedy, and it's two lead females, and we really wanted to showcase them and their relationship. And instead of sort of talking about that, we decided the best way to sort of show it is by having our characters do an amazing race audition tape. And so that was our way of showing, you know, a little bit more about our characters.
And Lucy is a really physical actress, so we wanted to include that. So it was great for the Amazing Race because we could do an obstacle, and it was physical, and she was like tripping all over the place, and it was great.